test cases. Should I be building test cases initially? Wow, okay. Plot MD, this is the important part. I have designed one. I don't know if I necessarily have it. I'm sure I don't have the instructions clear enough or detailed enough, and I also don't know where it should lie within our directories, so I'm going to learn how to do that. Here's where to put. Plot.md files can live in several locations, each with a different scope. The table below lists them in order from broadest scope to most specific, so a project instruction appears in the context. Oh, don't tell me. Yep. Windows. In Windows, you have to put quotes around everything if it has a space between it, because it doesn't recognize the buffer between them. Did I not have admin perms? Oh, do I have to do it with Linux too? How do I give admin perms for this? This is so annoying. Let's see if it can locate it, because it says that it lies within program files, Claude code, claude.md. Are there any other locations in which I have a global? It should be able to recognize it. It says that I have one in home/Garrett. But it does not, it has not recognized the one in which it told me to build a location for a managed policy, which I guess this is for all users and I guess for me, does it have any mention of home? And why would I have created that? You have one true global file. Okay, so this managed one is not it, apparently. And I'm not sure why. Is it that it defaults to this directory? Like if I deleted my home directory one, would it matter? Let's go there. Let's actually go there. Don't tell me you can't do an ls-a. What is this? Get dir/a? That's what it is? Is that what it was? Oh, it's because it's actually here. It's because I built it in WSL. See, this is another thing that tripped me up. Okay, so there are problems. I want to get away from Windows, because the subsystem for Linux is, I said it was great in my last video, but honestly, it's just, it doesn't work how I want it to work. I want it to work like natively within Windows without being in another file system. Like I want it to mimic my Windows file system but I can't do that unless I have Linux natively and just forget Windows. So this is why I'm getting so tripped up, and I went down this probably 25-minute rabbit hole. Anyways, okay. Can we open this sucker up? Okay, it can't open it because it's an administrator. More Windows problems here. Can I open it? And okay, so I have something set here. Now that we're here, now that we know, because I wanted to go down that. It seemed like such a stupid struggle. I know watching this was probably painful. But I was really confused because I was like, where in the hell on Windows is that directory? But it was actually sitting within WSL the whole time. And that's why it wasn't showing me anything. So, okay, let's continue building it in WSL just because we've gone through the pain of this. Will this show us, can we cat? No, we're not in WSL right now. Let's kill this. Okay, let's cat Claude .md. All right, so this is what we have here. Let's look at our plan here. Prefer readable, maintainable code over clever or complex solutions. Optimize for the next developer or future you. Consistency. Simplicity. Okay, so this seems like some good. I'm gonna have to read through this and just maybe add some things that are important to me according to the project. So let's read a little bit more here. You can also do it project side. Run init. This is what I'm about to ask if I could just generate one. So okay, all right. So let's just do a /init. Let's just do a /init. First, let's get out of here. /init. Where are we actually? Let's get out of here. Let's open up a new terminal. Okay, let's do a. I'm forgetting what's the. Let's make a directory and call it food truck 2 cd and then let's do plot. I don't want to kill that. I want to kill this though. We're going to init the Claude file now, Claude.md file. I just want an empty one. Can it create an empty one for me? Does it need code to init one? Oh, so this is more for analyzing. Create a start about the plan stack front end database. Okay. Okay, let's do one. Okay, so I want to build an ordering system. On the user side, it should be a menu. This would be a page that menu. Right. In this menu, you should have the ability to add and remove items you want to order. Prices should be displayed. Item. Let's not go into detail. This is the idea. of the app. I architecturally architecture should be a let's do a React UI Prisma for DB ORM. I would prefer a, how do you say Postgres? I always forget how to spell Postgres. Hold on. Is it just Postgres? Postgres. Or Postgres. DB or ULite. For the routing, I am not opinionated. Choose a proper backend framework. It's simple, use, and functional. Project as mentioned. I really should learn to speak to the mic because this would save a lot of typing. So I think I'm going to start learning how to do that. I did say something about push to talk, which I'll look into later. Right now I'm just going to type it out though. So we have React. Let's do I hate tailwind CSS. So choose something close to native CSS if you use a framework. So we have the React, Prisma ORM, a DB, a router for the back end, and CSS. And we also gave it a little bit, the reason I gave it context and I said I want to build an ordering system for a small food truck business on the user side, it should be a page that contains many. All this stuff is because I wanted to give a proper context of what we're building so that maybe it can use this to make decisions and make good decisions. If you think my picture decisions are out of line or makes sense for some reason, explain better options. Let's send that. I think that's pretty detailed. Before we're like doing this isn't even a plan. This is just the pre-planned prompt to initialize this thing. So let's see how this goes. Stack makes sense. A few notes before I write the CloudMD. Backend, I'll go with Express. Great. Everybody knows Express. Everybody loves Express. Simple REST API, zero ceremony, perfect for the scale. Fastify as an alternative is more beginner friendly and has a large ecosystem. It's fine. Express is very easy as it is. Oh, it created a plan. All right. DB SQLite for development, no server to run. Prisma handles it identically to Postgres. Great. Easy to swap Postgres later by changing one line in the schema. Cool. CSS, I'll use CSS modules, scoped, component level CSS files. As close to native CSS you can get in React without class name collisions. Great. Already liking this. A mono repo with client and server. This is how I have always structured my full stack projects, so that's great. How much time do we have left, by the way? We got 5 minutes. Okay. A mono repo. Yep. Okay, so this is the plan it created. Now let's take this plan. I trust this, and I can modify this now. So I'll let it build the plan. And then we can make little modifications to it. What do you guys do whenever it's I'm sure some of you agentic AI pros are really good at multitasking at this point, so whenever it's building one thing, you're probably already setting something else up. Right now I just don't know what to do with my hands. I'm sitting here like, what should I do? Should I fidget with this skateboard here? Like, should I bring out this this SpongeBob plush? Like, I don't know what to do. So let me know what you like to do. 93 lines were written to Claude MD. Okay. All right. So great. Ready to scaffold the project. Oh, it's ready. Claude is ready to go. It is freaking ready. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We have about 5 minutes left, so I'm going to impose some of what I like about this, and then I think there's going to have to be a part 2 of building this, because this has simply gone too long with me going down rabbit holes with WSL and whatnot. So yeah, let's just go through this. MD food truck is a food truck ordering system. Customs browse. I like the project-based MD. That's nice. I guess the global one could be more broad, and you could just define like your programming style maybe and some other key environment things there. But this is great. Project side, love this. React Vite backend. Yep. So it's just explaining commands, setup commands. Awesome. Restful. Styling conventions. So in my Claude MD, where would I mention something like not used for nerdy? I also find that asking Claude about Claude related things, it's really good. It knows. It's which you would expect, but it's not the case for all LLMs or agents. Okay, so I would place them here. Could I mention it in my project? Okay, that makes sense. So my hunch was right. It should go there. Okay, so we've built this one. Let's go ahead and modify. Let's go ahead and modify that. Let's do do we have NVim on here? I don't think we do. Let's do VI. I need to set that up. Let's do, what's it called? Great. All right, let's expand this bad boy up. Clarity over cleverness, prefer readable, maintainable over clever or complex. I agree. Optimize for the next developer or future you. Let's say optimize for the next developer. I uphold a strict standard. Not I. Just say uphold a strict standard for future proofing and maintainability. What else? Generics. Is our time up yet? Oh, our time has been up for quite a while now. So let's take a quick look. I think we've developed a good base for a plan here. Whoops. Okay, did it save it? Yeah. Okay, so now we've got our global plan set and we've got a project plan that we might need to refine a bit to do exactly what I want it to do, but we've got a good start here. I'm gonna have to dive deeper into this. This is something that's a lot. I think I need to start at the local level planning before I go into something deeper like this, because this is difficult. This doesn't seem difficult because you're just directing the AI, but there is some skill involved in here, certainly, that I need to develop an affinity for, and this an actual skill set do well with. So I'm gonna go into this another time. But as you can see, with only, it says an hour and 20 minutes have been recording. So just a little over an hour, how much you can learn. What have we learned today? So today we really learned that context is important for AI. Humans kind of build context, and AI requires context to build. That's the difference, and that is something that I found important. I found how the process it actually goes through after context and how it executes. We learned about some more WSL bullshit, which is always fun. And then we learned actually where to put our Claude MD. We have a global Claude MD that can state all of our global standards on how we want Claude to write code and what we are our real like core preferences of how we are as a software engineer and what our style is. We have a local init. We initted a file in Claude in our directory that built a plan. We established an architecture for our project and got a little bit of recommendation, a little push and pull between Cloud Code there, which I really enjoyed, like kind of chatting back and forth and getting ideas about things. We established our little nitpicks within our plan, and we read some documentation. We've got some open spec things to look at in the future. Codecs, we learned about models. So as you can see, within an hour, I could name more things that I learned, but I've learned so much. So I would recommend this. It's not that hard to get into if you struggle to get into a flow state, just set yourself a timer. Give yourself, say, hey, I'm gonna spend an hour. I haven't done this in a while because usually I just sit down and get in that state and keep going, but actually setting a focused hour to learn something better. I had an idea of all this stuff already, but I didn't have a deep understanding. Now I have a deep understanding that I want to actually, it motivates me to want to actually build this better, because I believe I was building incorrectly before, and I was using my bias and expecting the AI to just do all the work, when in reality we're just using natural language to develop a plan, which is a better way to develop a plan for humans, I think, if we can get AI to work properly. And it is actually as good as people say it's getting now, instead of just manual coding per se, because manual coding can get sticky, and LLMs and agents can determine patterns really well, I think. So if they can determine syntactical patterns, which humans struggle with, I think speaking in natural language and having an understanding of how to read some of these coding patterns is going to be important in the future. So I would recommend just get out there and learn whatever it is you want to learn. Spend an hour, set a timer, sit down. I've enjoyed this. If you've enjoyed this, let me know. Give me a like on the video. Give me a subscribe if you care. And yeah, this has been great, and we will catch you later.